What's going on, all you Walking Dead head fans out there? Dar Shaggy here with another video. Before I go any further, thought I'd wish you guys a happy Halloween. This year, I didn't get to do a scare video with the boys. I wasn't around them as often as I was last year, so I thought, well, I'll do something else. I'll do something Walking Dead related. And I haven't done a book review for a while, so I figured I would do a review on a graphic novel that I checked out from the library and let you guys know a little bit about it. As you guys know, I'm a huge Walking Dead fan. I'm a fan of the TV show. I collected the 5-inch figures for the longest time. I collected some of the building sets. I've read some of the novels that are based on the comic book. I read about 3/4 of the graphic novels. I think I'm up to like number 21 or 22, somewhere on there. Just where right at the end of the Whisperer War. I've watched every episode of Walking Dead multiple times. Well, not the last episode, but I've watched most of them multiple times. I'm getting caught up with Fear the Walking Dead. I'm about a season a season to a season and a half behind. I'm binge watching season 4 again. And then I'm going to watch season 5, and then I'm going to start watching season 6 that is on right now. The new show, I haven't really given too much of a chance yet. I'm going to continue to give it a little bit more of a chance to see how it turns out. But I thought I would do, for Halloween, I thought I would do a book review on like I said, a graphic novel that's based on the comic book series. It's kind of a side story, and it's about none other than Negan himself. I've showed this off in a video a couple videos back. I read through the book already, and it's not too bad of a read. You find out a lot about how Negan was before. Well, you find out a little bit before the apocalypse happened, and you find out what happened to lead him to the charismatic psychopath that he actually becomes. Because at the beginning of the book, he's kind of a pacifist. Not gonna lie. You find out why he kind of related to Carl a little bit. It was because I don't want to give too many details, but at the very beginning of the book, he's actually a high school coach, and it kind of, and before it hits the fan, he has a couple scenes with some of the teens, so he kind of keeps an eye out for the younger crowd. You find out how he came up with the name Lucille for his bat. You find out about his wife. I believe they talk about it in one of the episodes of the TV show, and I believe they talk about it briefly in the comic book series itself. So, yeah, I'm not going to give too much away, because if you read it, then you already know that his wife didn't make it. She died of cancer, and that kind of changed his life around. He really struggles with putting walkers down at first, and he really struggled with his first kill, which is ironic because we know he becomes, like I said, a psychopath and like loves to kill people. And yeah, so I mean, you find out a little bit more, and towards the end of the book, it's kind of cool how they do it, because it was weird at first while I was reading it. Then it dawned on me what they were doing. They would have a couple panels where somebody would be talking to him, and then all of a sudden in the very next panel, somebody else would be talking to him. It was kind of a time lapse in the book, to where he was with multiple groups, and it's just the struggle he had watching those groups dissolve and whatnot. He does run into Dwight in the book, and you find out how he forms the very beginnings of the Saviors, which is kind of cool, because that's what he's known for. He's the leader of the Saviors. But all in all, it's a really good book. It's a real quick read. I mean, there's pages in here, but there's no dialogue at all. But fair warning, though, if you're gonna let your kid read this, I suggest that you don't. One thing that differs between the TV show and the comic book is they have all bets are off when it comes to language. Negan, now I believe on the show they can use an F-bomb once per season. Negan tends to use that like 3 or 4 times per sentence, so I started to count how many F bombs there were, and I lost track of somewhere over 20. So it's kind of pretty, and there's some adult themes in it too. So just like if you're familiar with the rest of the comic books, they're pretty adult themed. So fair warning to the kids out there. If you let your kids read that kind of stuff, that's all you. But be warned, it is pretty graphic. But yeah, I suggest if you're a Walking Dead fan, it's kind of a fun read. It's fun to find out what happened before the Negan become the bad mamma jamma that he becomes. So anyway, that's my review. Again, I say happy Halloween, and until next time, we are Negan.